Hello world, and welcome back to another video. This is the Football Connect. I'm your host Sam, and Mr. Lewis. I'm really sorry for the late start. There was some things that I had to sort out here that just delayed me a bit, but anyway, I am here and we are back again with another video. Let's see what we are covering today. It's gonna be an interesting day. We are gonna be talking about some interesting content, looking at what happened during this week. Manchester United and Liverpool had an interesting week. Their performance was just above this world, guys. Their performance was just above this world. There was a lot of shocker performance. We could not explain what was happening. Like, I was literally watching but could not believe what I was watching with my own eyes, or what I was seeing with my own eyes. It was amazing to watch, but that's what we love in the world of football, to see those amazing performances, to see teams getting back what the world owed them, getting that back. Because remember, I told you, on the same day, same week, Liverpool lost 7-2, Manchester United lost 6-1 in the same week. And in the same week, this week, they all managed to pay back to the league just with those girls. They scored 6, Manchester United with 6, and also we as Liverpool, we scored 7. So now, if you're going to be talking about the Aston Villa game or the Tottenham game, me and the Manchester United fans will be like, talk to the hand, buddy, talk to the hand, because it is all but wiped out by this performance that we did see. Mr. Lewis can actually agree with me when he saw the performance that our team were able to put on this week. I know that the week is not over anyway. There's still 2 games to left, and I'm going to be covering one of them today. Later in the evening, I'll be setting a reminder exactly after this show, guys, but that'll be the last game that I'll be covering for the week, and it's going to be an interesting game. I'm covering the London Derby, by the way. If you just want a peep into it, it's going to be a London Derby. I can't wait to see what Chelsea and West Ham are going to be giving us. But anyway, I'll keep you updated with my small videos that I always put, small clips in terms of the Wolves game, what is happening and what is actually going on. Sorry that I just started a little bit late. Like I said, there was something that I was doing. Let me hear your thoughts in the comment section, guys. Do me a favor, click that like button if you're watching, or subscribe to the channel if you're new. That is always important to us. It is always important to us. And let's see what we do. So we're going to be looking at all the games that were played. After looking at the games, we start talking about what we saw and what we were not really expecting, because there were a lot of things that happened in the game that we were not expecting. But that's why we love this game, guys. That's why we love this football game. It always gives us that amazing feeling that, yeah, you are watching the real thing. So firstly, I don't want to lie to you. I think this is exactly what I'm supposed to be doing. I'm doing a Sheffield career mode. Oh, interesting. That's interesting, Mr. Lewis. So I want to do something. I'm gonna be going over. I'm not gonna be going like from the first game going to the last, but I'm gonna be going over from the game that had the amazing performance to the least. You understand? Like, I'll be looking at the games that were scored many goals and the games I had the least, looking at how the performance they were like for the whole team and just everything that happened. So that's exactly what I'll be covering today. I want to hear your thoughts in the comment section. That is always important. What can you say about the performance? What can you say about what we saw this week? Nobody, and I mean nobody, expected that. I didn't, but it was crazy. It was crazy for sure. It was crazy, people, I tell you. So let me read this. No, Sheffield. Oh, Salford City career mode. Oh, you are like playing. It's that FIFA. Which one? Which game are you playing with? And why did you choose Sheffield? I told you that you like Sheffield yesterday when we were doing the Sheffield watch along. You remember when I was saying it, Mr. Lewis, that even if you are a Manchester United fan, you have that love for Sheffield club. Now look, now you're doing career mode of Sheffield. Or maybe I'm just wrong. I don't know. Maybe you correct me there. So let's talk about the games. Like I said, we're going to be covering the games. FIFA, yeah, I thought so. Interesting. Don't worry. Maybe soon I'll be joining you soon. I still need to get a computer with a better performance in terms of performance. Like you always see me sometimes in the live stream, I'll be telling you that my computer is delaying in terms of loading, and so that I can change the things. But anyway, it will happen, and definitely we hope it will happen very, very soon. But anyway, let's enjoy what we're gonna be covering. I didn't hear your comments, Mr. Lewis, about your performance yesterday. What happened? What happened? Oh, Sheffield City is a team. I'm not doing the career mode with. Oh, okay. Okay, like I said, you correct me in the comment section, and you just did. I didn't hear your thoughts about the where your team played yesterday. If you don't know who they are, look them up. I will definitely do that exactly after this live stream. I'll look them up so that when I come in for the derby watch along, I'll actually give you some answers looking at what I would have seen. But yes, I would definitely do that. Anyway, like I said, Mr. Lewis, you didn't tell me what you thought about your performance yesterday. What did you think about your performance yesterday? You had an amazing game. Scott McTominay had, I think, his best almost his best game since he started playing for Manchester United. Or maybe there are some games that I missed out, but he did the best game, I have to say. But anyway, I don't want to cover that first. I want to cover with the biggest game of them all, which of course people, Liverpool versus you know who. I don't want to spoil the mood and stuff. Liverpool played against Crystal Palace, people. And guess what? I did a watch along. Stunning and absolutely beautiful. Yeah, but that is very, very true. That was amazing to see from your team. So, like I said, I'm going to start with the biggest game, which was of the week. I have to say this is the biggest game of the week because that's what I believe it is the biggest game of the week. Liverpool played against Crystal Palace. Okay, in some sense, we have to say that Crystal Palace is not really a biggest team, but Liverpool anyway were also humiliated by a team which is almost at the level of where Crystal Palace is. So, in a way, I just have to say it's the biggest game because with this season, you just don't know what's going to happen. That's just the fact of the matter. You just don't know what's going to happen. And you just have to take everything when it comes, and you just have to accept it. Even if you don't like it, you just have to accept it because this is why we love this football. Okay, there's a message that I need to read right now, but anyway, I'll do that later. I want to look at something here before we go in. Guys, so Liverpool 7. You hear me correctly. Liverpool 7. Crystal Palace with not even a goal. First of all, going over the performance of the games, I can literally say, as a Liverpool fan, that I think Crystal Palace deserved more than what they got. I don't know. Anyway, they played well, but I didn't want them to score. I wanted Alisson to keep a clean sheet. I even said it on the watch alone because guess what? We Liverpool fans are stingy and we're just so greedy to that point. I wanted it to be a clean sheet. Why would I want it to be a clean sheet? Reason why we scored 7 goals, which means now that idea of Tottenham Hotspurs or any other team that is going to come after us who say that they have a better goal advantage than Liverpool, we are able to stand up to them and we'll be saying no, because we have turned that around. So, Liverpool 7, Crystal Palace 0. Baby Firmino with the brace. Mohamed Salah, only 30 minutes in the ground, scored a brace. Sadio Mane, a goal with an assist. And the most important thing that people are not even looking at, but I feel like it's important, Takumi Minamino got his first goal of the season. Like, do you know how long it took this man to get his first goal for the season? It took him a full year, guys. So if you're not gonna celebrate it, then that's your problem, or maybe your own supporters, but you need to celebrate this man. You could see that he was trying every time whenever he's in the crowd. He was trying to at least produce something so that at least he feels like he's producing something for the team, and it wasn't working well. It felt many people were just saying that he has too much energy, he's just all over. But I think being all over like he's always he got the chance to actually prove a lot of people wrong and got his first goal. So impressed with that, guys. That was amazing, and I hope that this continues to happen. He needs to keep scoring because the more he scores, the more and start asking questions to people. Like you'll be like, guys, you're saying that I'm not good. What's up? What's up? He start doing those things because now he has to compete with Jota, with Firmino, Salamani to only get a spot. And Origi, by the way, there's Diva Origi. So there are five people, potential people there are five people who are there that he has to compete with them. So doing this, getting his first goal, we hope that it will be so important and it's gonna give him the confidence he really needs to continue scoring goals. Because say whatever you want to say or not, Takumi Minamino is really, really important for Liverpool. That's what I know. He's really, really important. You might look elsewhere and you must say whatever you want to say, but he is really important for Liverpool, and he is going to do that. That's for sure. He is going to get those goals. He is going to keep providing, because I think this goal was the genesis or the beginning of good things in his career or his Liverpool career. We're gonna keep seeing a lot from him, and we're gonna keep seeing a lot and a lot of him. So 7 goals. My man of the match for the game was Bobby Firmino, because let's face it, guys, he was just world class. He didn't have to do more defensive work, because I have to say Taki had that covered, so which gave him more time to actually play his football, try to shoot on the keeper, which has been impressing since the Tottenham game. Bobby Firmino has been shooting a lot to try to get goals, and I feel like if he continues doing that, then the world will at once and forever be quiet about this man, making fun of him, telling us that he doesn't deserve to be where he is. That will completely go to an off, like literally to an off. So I hope this continues happening for him. I want him to keep scoring goals. I want him to keep challenging Jota for that position, because trust me, no matter whatever you say, I know Jota is on an injury, he's gonna keep coming and causing a lot of trouble. That's one thing we know about Diego Jota, guys. You cannot deny that. We are gonna see him again asking questions, asking to be out there, and it's gonna be interesting to see who Klopp will be choosing. I think in a way it's a good headache for Klopp. Now let's look at how the team played. So this is how the team played, guys. I was impressed. I'll cover as much as I can about these games and what happened in the Premier League show. As of now, I need to move on to the other shows, other teams that we're playing. Because remember, this is just the review show, so I need to cover as much as I can and keep moving on like I have to. So the next game that I'm gonna cover was Manchester United versus Leeds, which was a game that was so hyped by a lot of people. Why? Because they are talking about this old rivalry of how these teams are like and whatever, yada yada and all of those things. I really know about the rivalry because when it happened, I was too young to even watch football. But now, guess what? I'm here, I'm watching football. I have to go back and read the history, because guess what? Unlike in England, people where they actually told the history and they learn about the history from their parents or something. I don't have those people that side. I actually have to go look for in the internet and try to read the history of those two clubs. So people were expecting fireworks, that's for sure. That's all I'm trying to say here. People were expecting fireworks over this game. They were expecting that United were going to be challenged. They were expecting United to feel like to be threatened, in fact. But no. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's boys, from the word go, Scott McTominay with a brace in just 3 minutes. He had the brace, guys. That is clearly craziness that I've ever heard. He had a brace in 3 minutes. That is crazy. Brace in 3 minutes. That's exactly what he did. An amazing performance for him. I was really impressed with the way he played. I was really impressed with how active he was, how he was causing a lot of problems, how he was causing havoc to that team. It was amazing. He was also covering his position as well as a mid. Fred also helping out with him. Fernandez, I think we cannot agree with this. I think probably is not even probably. He is the best player right now at United. You might not believe me or what, but right now, Bruno Fernandes is the best player for Manchester United. So Fred scored a brace. Bruno Fernandes scored a brace. Another one was a penalty, but guess what? It's still a brace. I'm talking about these things because I was watching the Midnight Vibes by KJ. I think you know it already on the Football Terrace, and people were talking about the penalty not to be taken into consideration, but it was a brace and he deserved it anyway. And they're saying Martial got it 3 assists because he caused the penalty as well. So I don't want to talk about those things. That's just politics, and I don't want to put myself into this politics mood. I just want to enjoy the football we were enjoying for this week. So let's just pass that one by. Anyway, talking about other people again, the other person who scored was what? Lindelof scored a goal, people. Lindelof scored a ball, and defensively it was okay. He didn't commit errors this game. I think the people who committed errors, I think Fred committed an error, and the other one, that one was just world class. Nobody could stop that goal. That's just for true. And guess what? It is Leeds. Like what? What's his name? That's guy. Okay, like what David was saying in the midfield, nice vibe, and it's Leeds. They always score against somebody. So yes, so we can leave that one on the other side. So that's exactly what happened. Anyway, so it was 2 from Scott, 2 from Fernandez, 1 from who was that? From Lindelof, and the other goal came from Rashford. Was it? Was it Rashford who scored the 3rd goal for Manchester United? People, I'm forgetting that. Who scored the 3rd goal for United? Can somebody remind me in the comment section? I forgot who scored the 3rd goal for United, because I know Bruno scored 2. I know that Scott scored 2, and the Lindelof scored a goal. I'm trying to remember the one who scored the goal number 6. Who scored the goal number 6? Why did I forget this one? I thought I knew it. Can somebody remind me, guys? Because, a lot of things was happening in my head, and I was so tired yesterday. That's why I didn't even come back to do the review show yesterday. That's why I had to do it today, because I was just so tired, guys. Can you believe it? For 2 days, I've live streamed all 3 fixtures, like 3 fixtures on Saturday, 3 fixtures on Sunday. Put them all hours together. That's 2 times 6. That's a lot of hours just in the screen talking and saying. That is so exhausting. And I'm going to finish it on Monday today with 1 stream of the derby, by the way. So I'm not done. Guys, do me a favor. If you haven't, click that like button, subscribe to the channel. Always important to the Football Connect. I'm just doing the review, if you're just joining us now, of all the games that were played, looking at what happened and how the league came to where we are now as we build up to the Chelsea game. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens on that one. I'm really excited. So you can leave your comments in the comment section. And like I said, can somebody please remind me who scored the other goal for Manchester United? I'm trying to work my mind, but my mind is just dumb enough that it's not even remembering anything, which is weird. So I won't say that. Please, or maybe check on the internet, because at the moment, guess what? I can't right now. I need to be focusing and talking to you and those things and such things like that. Anyway, we are not going to get in that politics at all. So anyway, let's talk about as we go on, guys, because there's something that I want to look at here. I want to look at the league a bit, the table. I'm going to talk about it a bit, and it's going to be interesting. I need to cover a lot. The Football Connect, guys, like I always remind people, it's active on all the social media platforms. Go right now on YouTube. Go right now on YouTube like you are right now. We are live. Go on Instagram. You find the Football Connect. Go to Twitter. You find the Football Connect. Go to Facebook. There is the Football Connect, guys. And all those pages are active each and every day. So if you want to follow us, if you want to support us, that is a way you can do that. I always see that Mr. Lewis is always active on our Twitter page, which is something that I love a lot. And I hope we see more from that. So anyway, let me look at the other games that was interesting here. Now I'm looking at it. Aston Villa beat West Brom by 3-0. So it was a good game. That is exactly the next game that comes here now. That is the next game that comes here that actually is worth talking about. Oh, maybe not. No, it is the one. So what a game by Aston Villa. I felt like West Brom could have done better. They tried to do better, but it just didn't work well for them. And for that, I just feel sorry for the guys, for the lads, because it seems like just being at the bottom of the log, it's refusing to work out for them so that they can actually be free. So if they cannot get away with the bottom of the log, then guess what? Relegation could be calling. Should we start talking about relegation, or it's too early, people? There was a situation about the Empire cast who faked his own attack and stuff like that. There is this man that I respect a lot, who's Malone. You know who Malone from the Wayne brothers. There was a time when he made the joke about the Empire man who at first affected his own attack, and people were like, "No, Malone, too soon, too soon, too soon." So, am I too soon to be talking about Sheffield going out, or maybe the other teams? Is it too soon, or should I wait a bit? Wait a bit so that maybe we reach in the middle of the season and things becomes a little bit better and stuff like that. Am I too soon? That's what I'm asking from you people. Am I too soon? Is it too early to talk about the relegation at the moment? Or the teams that are being relegated? Because, like, for sure, that is for sure, nobody's going to disagree with me on this. It's very, very too soon to talk about who's winning the league, because nobody, even Liverpool, have not yet won the league. So it's very, very too soon to talk about that. But I don't think it's too soon to talk about a team that is looking like they're going to be relegated. I don't think that is too soon. We're going to say our say. And because, why am I saying too soon? Because let's talk about the United fans for a bit. There are a lot of people saying Ole out. Ole out is just a failure. Ole out, and what and what and what. Those were United fans, by the way. If you didn't know, Ole outers were all over, making as much noise as they can after losing their games. And some people like us, we were feeding into the excitement of what they were giving us. We were feeding into their mood, if you understand what I mean. They were giving us this mood, and we had to respond to it. We were feeding into it, but we just knew that it was a matter of time. It was too soon to start talking about United out, because guess what? I'll show you in the league, if you haven't seen it. Now they're candidates to actually fight for the title. How the world changed. How I wonder. I didn't know that. That's why there's still hope in Arsenal, They're believing that maybe something happened, miraculously happened, and they can come back and do something with their performance, isn't it? Isn't it, Arsenal fans? You know what I'm talking about. You'll be like, yo, we were in position 15. United were also in position 15. They came back, and now they're at the top of the league. Oh, we can do that the same, because don't write us out. It's too soon. Too soon, if you know what I mean. So it's gonna be interesting to see what happens, guys. I'm just having fun with some people here. Sorry if I'm calling out your club so bad that you didn't want to hear it, but that's how football is all about. That's what we are gonna do. Talk about them, talk on your bullshit, and talk on your best times, because that's what we love about football. Talking about your best and your craziness. We put all that together and we throw it out there so that people can actually enjoy and react to them, because that's what we do here when we're talking about these things. But guys, if anyone talk any crap about Liverpool, I'm coming for you, people. I'm coming for you. Just joking, people. You have a right to talk about anything, because it's your right to support a club. So it is your right. You just do what you want to do. Anyway, let's move on from this, guys. Goodwill, yes, yeah, goodwill for this team. Aston Villa for winning that game after such a long time. They were looking like the way shaky. And guess what? This guy has actually managed to score a goal now for a change. Let me click him. I'm not really sure his name. I always forget his name, but whenever Aston Villa start to play, I remember it. Yes. El Ghazi, yeah. El Ghazi managed to score his goal, people. El Ghazi managed to actually register himself as part of that guy who scores goals, which was impressive. We have to put all those things. But again, West Brom registered a red card. What a bad day for them. Grealish was named the man of the match. I'm not thinking that I've put this thing. I think I should find out who became the man of the match of Liverpool. Because in my case, I think the man of the match should be Bobby Firmino. Let's see what they decided. I'm waiting. That thing is loading. Oh, wow. King of the match was Mohamed Salah, but he played for 30 minutes. That doesn't even make sense, Premier League. That doesn't even make sense. I'm calling you on your bullshit. I'm calling you. That doesn't make sense. Bobby played so well. I'm getting angry. Let's look at your Manchester United as well. Who was that man of the match? I'm going to guess it was Bruno Fernandes. Before clicking it, it was Bruno Fernandes. So, yeah, I think on that, Daniel James is the man who scored the goal number 6, but I think it was number 5 before number. I don't know how it is like. I think it was the goal number 6. Yes, it was the goal number 6. Daniel James, guys, is the man who scored the goal number 6. Yes, now that makes sense. So Bruno Fernandes, like I said, he was the king of the match. So yeah, well deserved. You can't fight on that one. I can't even say his full name. It's Bruno Miguel. Is that Borussia Fernandes? Oh my God, that is just so huge. And let's move on to the other game. which has felt like it was amazing to watch. I really did enjoy this. Most of like it feels like I'm doing the week to forget show, so let's just make it this the week to forget show. But now it's gonna be called the review show because I feel the review show because I think that makes sense than the week to forget. I always hated the name anyway. Now I got the chance to take it away. I'm taking the win. Anyway, let's talk about the next team, guys, which was you know it. You might not like it, but you know it. It was Arsenal versus Everton. Arsenal versus Everton. We are back again with this team. I think Arsenal has been hijacked the internet, you know. Arsenal have just hijacked the internet with all their crappy plays and whatever they're doing. They've just hijacked the internet. We can't even say anything without actually hearing something about Arsenal. We can't even wake up on a good day without hearing something about what Arsenal fans are saying. They've just hijacked the internet. And when is it going to stop, people? When is it gonna stop? That's my question. You see, I'm really worried right now for Arsenal. I'm really worried. 8 games for Arsenal without a win. 8 games, 4 games without a win at all. Let's talk about what they did. If you didn't see, now you will see, people. Okay, those were the goals. And let's say something. In the past 8 games, Arsenal's captains have scored more own goals than the goals that they should be scoring on the other side. What a stat! Oh, what a stat! That is crazy. But Arsenal are creating stats each and every week. People that are creating stats each and every week. They lost again to Everton, an Everton team that I felt like were average. But on top of that, just to add salt on it, they were playing against with another former Arsenal player in Iwobi, who was working so hard to get a goal. He had a lot of shots that was shooting on Leno, but he found the deflections and all those things as he refused to give him the goal. Just refused. He tried by all means putting everything that he could, but the deflection and everything that was happening could not allow him to actually score the goal. That was bad. I feel so for him, but that's just the fact of the matter. We continue because we always have to continue people about this thing. But anyway, it was a good show. Arsenal did try, like I'm telling you, Everton were average. Any team could beat them in that state, but except Arsenal, because you know I don't wanna start fireworks here, people. I'm trying to stay safe here, but Arsenal are just terrible. You know, they're just crap. We won't even say anything about it. But anyway, they got the victory that they needed. Everton, well deserved. I don't really think so, but they got the victory at the end of the day because that's all I'm allowed to say after this performance about Arsenal. So let's just move on from that, guys. If you are just joining us, guys, do me a favor, click that like button, subscribe to the channel. You can go back if you want after the video, then you watch. I did already the preview of United, Liverpool, and the other games. I think it was Aston Villa, the last game that I just finished. Now I'm talking about Arsenal. Now I want to see who was the king of the match. It was Yeremina. I think this is for the first time he's becoming the king of the match because it has always been either this man, Richard Addison, or either who else? It was Calvin Lewin or other Calvin Lewin. And this is the first game after such a long time where I think Calvin Lewin didn't score. Or am I wrong about that? I'm not really sure about that, but I won't talk about it anyway. So the other game that I'm going to move on, I think is the big one where we have to, again, listen to me. We have to put our respect on Brendan Rodgers. Man, the man was on fire. The way he set up his team to that victory, nobody didn't expect that. Against the title contenders, they say, the team that was going to do better, they say, the better team that Mourinho talked about, they say. I'm sorry, Tottenham fans, everything that I'm going to put on you on this show, you deserve it because your manager, guess what, asked for it. So let's put it on. Let's analyze the Tottenham game. It was Tottenham versus Everton versus Leicester at their own home ground. We always take the home ground as their, the temple that we always want to protect. Ask Liverpool. Nobody comes in Anfield and run our show for us. We don't allow that. That's just bullshit, Glam. We don't even allow that. We always make sure that we run our show in Liverpool. And Tottenham had Leicester at their own home ground. Remember, this is the Tottenham that has been doing so well until the last 3 or 4 games. Something has been happening. We'll talk about that, and don't worry. So Liverpool played against Tottenham. Before I continue talking about this, before I actually go deep into this game, Liverpool played against Tottenham. Everyone, we all know this. We played against Tottenham at Anfield. Last minute screamer was scored. What team do you follow? I follow Liverpool. Greeting from Scotland. Hello, Mr. Stu. How are you doing, sir? So I think you'll be very good friends with Mr. Lewis. Please do me a favor, sir. Please click the like button, subscribe to the channel. Which team do you follow as well? Which team do you follow? I want to hear from you there. Please subscribe to the channel. It's always important. Like the video if you're enjoying what we're talking about. So Tottenham played the last game against Crystal Palace. They drew on that game, right? Yes, they drew. I am from Africa, Botswana. You go on the internet, because a lot of people don't know that country, Go on the internet. I was born in Zimbabwe. I'm living in Botswana. So you have to click that on the internet, try to find out. It's just near South Africa. That's where I am. Yeah, that's where I am there. So exactly. So I follow Liverpool, like I said. Let me see if I'm jumping anything here. Nice one to meet you from Scotland. I love this. We are getting a lot of people. Mr. Lewis, we are getting more people from Scotland. I'm loving this, I'm loving this. And okay, where am I from? I mean, yes, like I just said, I'm in Botswana. Now, which team do you support, by the way? I'm really curious to find out. So after the Crystal Palace game that they drew, which was a weird game, I expected Tottenham was going to do better there. Nice. Kilimanjaro land, nice, big. Oh, nice one. I love that one. I love this one. So respect. Yes, just a little bit far away from the Kilimanjaro, but yes, somewhere close to that. Big summer tattoo. Nice one. Which team do you support in the Premier League? I'm just curious to hear that. Wow, this side, guys, is raining like crazy right now. I wish I could show you here. I think I can anyway, but anyway, let's talk about that. We'll talk about later on that. So they drew against Crystal Palace. After drawing against Crystal Palace, they played the second game against Liverpool at Anfield. And Liverpool's last goal by Bobby Firmino got us the victory. You know what Jose said after the game to Klopp? He said the better team won. That's why there's that, you see, the title that is there underneath there. You can read it there. You will see it. He said the better team won. And I was like, okay, I'll take that. Yes, because, fact of the matter, as much as we control the game, we did struggle somehow, somewhere. I just despise United. Anyone but them got Blandus got slapped yesterday as the man is a genius. Wow. Oh, there's a man up there. I'm gonna put him here right now. His name is Lewis. He's from Scotland. He's a big supporter of United. So it's gonna be interesting to find out how that one goes. Anyway, you should. So you're telling me you have no team in like in England right now. You don't have a team that you're supporting in England, because I can help you look for a team that will not disappoint you. That's for sure. Others, they always disappoint. That is for sure. But this one that I'm telling you will not disappoint. Anyway, let's talk about this as I'm continuing with this, guys. So now Jose Mourinho goes to Leicester City. Remember that the better team. And Jose Mourinho, you know what he said? He said he told Klopp that the better team lost. So we expected to see how better the team is against Leicester. Uriel, when the game was on, now let me put that screen to make it a little bit bigger. Uriel, when the game was playing, he decided to go take one out. Like, where was it? I think it was somewhere here. It was somewhere, yeah, it was the goal. They're not giving us the information that I want here. Premier League, why are you doing that? Why are you doing that to me, Premier League? Let's see. Yeah, I think this is the incident. No, that's the incident I'm looking for. This is the incident. He pushed that man like he wasn't even supposed to be playing the ball area. For what reason? I have no idea. Why would a person do that? And guess what? The ref had no choice and the VAR had no choice but to point it straight forward to make it a penalty. That's where the first penalty came from. And guess what? Vardy made sure that it counted. Then we played. Madison did score a scream of a ball, but the VAR, it seems like they are candidates of Spurs. They chopped the ball off. I didn't feel like it was a year offside. And on that matter, before going with far, I'm getting frustrated, angry, and bored with the situation where you find that it's a point or it's a situation where a decision should be analyzed by VAR. They don't do that if it's Liverpool, but if it's other team like Tottenham, they do that. You remember the goal that Son scored against Liverpool at Anfield? Did you see that they only put one line? They never even did what they were doing on that Madison goal, which I felt like I still believe up to this time that it was a goal, but it was disallowed. They draw lines that were not even supposed to be there and made it not a goal. Okay, we'll take that one because that's what they wanted. We'll give them that. But why aren't you not being consistent? That's my problem with VAR people. Not the VAR itself, but the people who are managing it. Being consistent. If you feel like this is so close, do it for all the games. Don't be choosy. Don't be picky. We don't want people who are picky who are like, I'll choose this one or not this game because that doesn't work. We need the referees. If they're going to do this thing, they should be consistent. It's really important. They should be consistent. Show that they are actually showing fairness to all the clubs. That's all I'm saying about that one. Nothing more I'm going to say about that one. I'll drop it there. Anyway, let's continue as we are continuing people. There are many games we're going to talk about. But the better team, Jose Mourinho, said to hear this, but you lost. Jamie Vardy got the man of the match. Wow, all your players, the Son, the Hurricane, and the Gareth Bale, the biggest three names in strike force right now in the Premier League, as people are saying. All of them were in this game. They didn't even show up for the game. They didn't. I think tactfully, again, talking about the tactics, Jose Mourinho got it wrong. Got it wrong. You can't be defending a team like Leicester. A team like Leicester is not like Liverpool. It's not like Manchester City where you have to defend them and attack them. A team like Leicester, you can attack them and definitely get something because that defense is open. Everybody knows that. But they decided to defend. Why? I have no apparent idea or any reasoning behind that craziness that Jose Mourinho did. I have no idea why he did that. But he did it anyway. And guess what? That's what led him to them not even winning anything in this game. So that's what happened. So we are gonna take that one. It might hurt to understand, but that's just exactly what happened. We move on from that. Let's look at the other game that is gonna happen. I think to the Tottenham fans who have rage over what Jose Mourinho did, I think I just did the show for you there, guys. I just showed my rage for you and did everything for you. And I'm moving on from that because there are other games that I need to cover. The other game that I'm going to move on to is Manchester City versus Southampton. Now I wish Anthony was here because he would actually tell me what he thought about this game anyway. So, like I'm saying, it was a good game. Look at this. This what tells you. This is what tells you what happened. What happened was a raw ball or something. I don't know which word I can use. Manchester City scored their first goal. What a goal by Raheem Sterling, assisted by Kevin De Bruyne as usual. What a goal. Happy for that, yes. Now let's talk about the fixture itself. The team that had more position or which were dominating in that game was Southampton. If there's anyone who's disagreeing with me on that, come and tell me why you're saying the team was not dominating, or if you have something to say on that. Southampton was dominating that game. Manchester City, I just don't know what is happening with them this season. Something is just not working so well for them. They need to go find themselves. It's really important. Listen to me, Manchester City fans. I'm not trying to say anything bad about your team. It's a good team. They have done it. They are the Centurions. They won a treble. This is a good team. But this season, I don't know, is that there's no love at all, or what is missing? Your team is just not showing up when they're needed. They're just not showing up, and we saw it against Southampton. You know, the City that I'm used to, the last year City or the year before City that I know, It was going to be an easy win for them on that game. But no more these days. You never know. You never know. You know, I love this. I'm a Liverpool fan, die-hard Liverpool fan. It's just only that I need to buy this season's jersey when the man is calling. But I am a Liverpool fan. But I get frustrated for the fact that I'm a football fan. At first, I'm a football fan before Liverpool. I love football. I wake up football, I sleep football, I enjoy this thing. But I get frustrated when a team, as much as they're not really a big team, you expect them to be doing better. It is frustrating sometimes to see what I was seeing from Manchester City. If they were going to choose a man of the match in that game, they either give it to the keeper, Edison, or they have to give it to the defense because they had to actually stay on point to keep this team in this game. It's something that I've never seen from City. There has to be something wrong that is happening with the citizens. We don't talk about it. They don't want us to talk about it, but something's going on with the citizens. And if they don't sort it out, it's going to be a problem this season. But anyway, if they win the game that they have in hand, that'll be 5 points different between Liverpool and City. And maybe that old rivalry of last season and the season before would actually start. Maybe you actually start. Anyway, I don't want to talk about that. And let's move on. So there were a lot of incidents where VAR thought like they, again, ran away from making decisions, from making choices. There was some points or some parts of the game where I felt like clearly it should have been a penalty or a free kick should have went for Southampton's words. It never went because, some referees are just, called to be biased in this world. You never know. But City did struggle in the game. They survived. And for that point, I have to say, if you're going to play terribly as you do and get a point, you have to put some respect. It means that no matter whatever we say, the spirit, as much as it's lacking form, the spirit of citizens or the spirit of the Centurions is still there in some matters because they're still getting points. They're still getting points. They're still getting points, which is always important. So anyway, we'll see what happens with City. The man of the match was actually on the other team, which is Vestergaard, who I feel like is one man who's crazy in the air. That man is just lethal when it comes to air balls. He can surprise you. So Vestergaard was the man of the match. And we'll see what happens on the next game for these two teams, which is going to be the Boxing Days. Because guess what, people? Christmas is here. I don't have something to put on the Christmas because literally, if I tell you the sad I am, it doesn't even feel like Christmas. I think COVID-19 has fucked everything up that we don't even feel like Christmas is even here. So sorry that I'm not even celebrating that and the world's still empty. So, a lot of things to be worried about. But anyway, I won't let that get into me because guess what? I want to enjoy football. I want to keep talking football, and that's what I will continue to do to give the excitement to make people enjoy this because that's why we love to do talk football. Football talk. It's football talk now, people. Okay, let's go to the next game. I've talked about the Everton. I've talked about this. So then this one now I'm going to move on to the Newcastle game. Newcastle game versus Fulham. I have to say something. I didn't watch the game. Couldn't watch the game. Fulham got a red card. Newcastle gave a ball. Newcastle gave a ball to Fulham at 42 minutes to make them score the goal, and got a penalty to make it a draw. So whatever you say, I don't really care. They just have to go work on themselves. Fulham, they need to improve in their performance because their next game, if I'm not mistaken, it's Manchester City. Yeah, it is Manchester City, their next fixture, people. So if they're going to be playing like this, they're going to have a long, long week. Trust me, it's going to be a long, long end to 2020 before we go 2021. So we don't want to talk about that one. We're just going to move on. It's just like they need to sort themselves up. They need to find themselves and try to fix that situation. Now let's move on to the next game, which was Sheffield versus Brighton. Now, facts of the matter, Sheffield, this was their game. They deserved to win this game. I don't want to say it. I don't want to jinx it. I don't want to say crazy things. Sheffield deserved to win this game. That's for sure. Sorry for that screen. I'm not even supposed to be putting there at all. I don't even know what's happening with this thing. It's running itself now. Like they owned everything. Yeah. I'm owning this thing. Let me do my show a bit and you do whatever you want to do. Internet. Anyway, let's talk. Sheffield, deserved to win that game. I felt like this was the time they deserved to actually have their first goal, first win of the season. Many people didn't like go watch the watch along. I have many dislike on that than any other video I've ever done in this platform because I was just spitting the truth, guys. I was just spitting the truth. Oh well, I came able to do this by the way. Let me put it for you. Let me actually go to the game and play it for you. I won't play the noise. I don't want to put the sound, but I just want to show you the reactions from people. Yeah, the reactions from people are crazy people. Anyway, I won't do it anyway. Let's just move on with these things I want to get over. So, oh, it didn't even move to the Sheffield. I'm busy talking. I'm still putting on the Newcastle game here. Sorry for that. So, like I was saying, Sheffield. They got a red card at 40 minutes. 63, they score a crazy debut goal for Jordan Bongley, whatever we call him, assisted by David McGoldrick, a Scottish man, by the way. So I think Lewis and Mr. Shrew can actually love this one because, yeah, McGoldrick did the thing and they scored the goal. Anyway, I have no idea where and the way the strength of Danny Welbeck came back because Brighton at home with fans, they were just terrible people. They were just terrible. It was hard to watch. I tried to close my eyes, but I had to keep watching the game. Anyway, who was the man of the match? That is the question that we could be asking for us. It was Welbeck. Surprise, surprise. He came from outside and became the man of the match. Why couldn't they not give it to a Sheffield man? Felt like, or maybe they're just saying that he gave them the goal to come back in the game. That's why maybe, or maybe that could be the reason why. Maybe I don't know. I don't want to say a lot of things. What are their next games? Brighton's next fixture is against West Ham, and the Sheffield are playing Everton, which I feel like they're gonna lose. I don't even want to waste my time on that one. Anyway, let's move on to the. I think I've done all the games now, people. So just before we go, a reminder to everyone, today's games, which is the 21st of December, Burnley is playing against the Wolves, Chelsea is playing against the West Ham. It's going to be an interesting fixture. It's a derby, London derby, Chelsea versus West Ham, which I'm going to cover, guys, on the watch along. I said exactly after the stream, I'm going to set up the watch along. It's going to start at 10 o'clock my time, and it's around 5 o'clock. So there's still a lot of time before the fixture starts. Anyway, so we'll see how that one goes. Hello, sir. How are you doing? I am so good. How are you doing? Please do me a favor, click the like button. It's always important. Subscribe to the channel. I've done each and every game. I think you have come when we've covered everything. But you can do me a favor. You can rewatch the thing and you say your comments in the comments again. Tell me again, which team do you support? It's always interesting to find out. Which team do you support? It's always interesting to hear. Now let's look at, as we wait for him to give us the respond on which team he supports, which I always value to hear from friends. I always want to know which team you support so that I can, I talk a lot. That's for sure. One thing that I think if you've noticed, you actually know. That's why I was able to do 3 watch along in one day. Oh my, yes. I just remembered now. You are a Liverpool fan. Thank you for that. Thank you for reminding me. Things have been happening. What did you think about our performance? We scored 7. Is Bobby back? It's Bobby back because I was excited. It was exciting to watch Bobby did what he did. He was excited. Sorry for getting that. He's a Liverpool fan, people. Now know that the world, he is a Liverpool fan. Never make that mistake again. What did you think about Bobby's performance? He got me going like 7, which means it cancels the Aston Villa 7 goals, that what they did to us. It canceled that out 100%. Now we can start on a new start and try to do better because the excitement of what Liverpool did was amazing. I was so humbled, people. I was so humbled. Anyway, I want to keep talking because I've been talking for such a long. Let me see. I'm over the moon. Yes. I wish you were there on the watch along. I know maybe you might have been doing something, but it was crazy. I didn't know what to do. I was afraid when the game started, but when we finished, I was like, yeah, Bobby is back. He is back. He has scored 3 goals in his last 2 fixtures. Nobody's even talking about it. That's when you see the funny part about the people. A lot of presenters, they make a lot of noise and craziness about our team, but when we do better, they want to talk about it. When Firmino now is now doing this thing, they want to talk about it. He has scored 3 goals. If he continues scoring, he's going to be doing well. And let me give you a stat that is just crazy. That is just out of the blue. I just want to make fun of some team here. Salah has scored more goals than Arsenal. than Arsenal as a team. That's just me making some jokes here, people. He has scored more goals than Arsenal, which is amazing. 13 goals. The man who's now on top, where he belongs. Guess what? He is the Egyptian king. He came in, 30 minutes was left, and in those 30 minutes, it felt like he was there in the game. If he was there in the whole game, he was going to score a hat-trick. In fact, he wanted a hat-trick, but, Liverpool's team behind, they were actually feeling so sorry for them, and they were passing balls, wasting time. Arsenal is just terrible, man. They're just terrible. I just feel so sorry for them. This team is it's literally the worst team in the Premier League at the moment, apart from Sheffield. Literally the worst team right now, part of Sheffield, which has to be terrible. If you have to be compared with the team that actually came into the Premier League last season. That's just tells you it's terrible. But okay, question talking about us now, just going off topic a bit. Do you think it's time for us to be calling Arteta out? Or is it time for them Arsenal fans to be calling Arteta out? We don't want Arteta. Is it? Or maybe it's just us Liverpool fans just trying to talk about this thing. Yes, they are now in the relegation battle, fighting for the relegation. They are trying to survive now. They have to survive. They are in the relegation battle. It's always interesting to see what's going to happen on that. I'm going to put something on the screen, which is the league. Remember, guys, I told you, follow us on all the platforms you have there, because we are there: Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and which one did I forget? Instagram as well. There's the league, proudly made in the Football Connect logo. I'm going to put that on so that you all can see that one. Proudly made in the Football Connect logo and looking good. I think it's looking good. As you can see in those platforms, you can follow us on Twitter. You can follow us on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook, which is always good. Let me see on this. Arteta isn't good enough. Arteta out is my option. Yeah, that's whenever we talk about these things, the Arsenal fans, they become angry about that. They become so angry about that. If they want to take they'll be saying that, if you heard those Liverpool fans making fun about us, you deserve all the craziness you're getting from us, guys, because there was a time we played against you and you went all over the world telling the world that Arteta has broke Klopp. How crazy do you have to be to say Arteta has broke Klopp? How crazy would somebody have to be up there, like in the mind? Are the 5 cents working properly? Arsenal fans, you need to go sort yourself out, because you're not performing so well, man. It's just so terrible to watch at the moment. Anyway, this is the logo. Like I'm saying, Liverpool 31 points, yes, on the top, with now plus 17 goals. Look at that. Look at the goal difference. Followed by Leicester City with 27 points. So it means the gap between Liverpool and Leicester, it's more about 5 or 6. I think it's about, let's see, 27, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, I think it's about that. It's about 5 points or somewhere like that. Then we have Manchester United, the team that were fighting for relegation, appeared from Norway, and now they're on the top, guys. Wow, that's new. I know they won't win the league, but where they are, they should be celebrating where they are. We have Everton on top 4 or number 4. We have Tottenham Hotspur number 5, Southampton 6, City 7, Chelsea 8, Aston Villa 9, and West Ham 10. And as we go on, I can't go on with the whole league. You can check it out on the Football Connect, and maybe you can do this like I'm doing right on the screen. Make that white button to be red, like, as you can say, go like. It's always important, guys. Follow us on those platforms. You always get every information of whatever that's going to happen before it even happens. So it's always important that you do that. Anyway, I want to hear your thoughts in the comment section, guys. Did I left anything out, or do I need to leave anything out? Because I think I've covered every single game that was played. Tottenham is playing against West Ham. What are your predictions? What are your predictions? What are you expecting to see from this team that is called Tottenham Hotspur? No, that is called Chelsea. I'm saying Tottenham. Oh my God. Chelsea is playing against West Ham. What are you expecting to see from this team that is called Chelsea? Do you think that they will win this game or not? What do you think? I want to hear you. I want to hear you in the comment section. I think I've covered all the things that I needed to cover. So I'm gonna go off now, guys. If there's any comments you wanna ask or you wanna say to me, do that right now before I go. Anyway, I just wanna remind you guys, go follow us on YouTube. Like, click the subscribe button. That's how you follow us, and click the bell icon so that you never miss when we go live. It's always important. Next, follow us on Twitter. There's the Football Connect. Just type the Football Connect. You'll find us there. Follow us on Instagram, the Football Connect again. You'll find us there. Follow us on Facebook, the Football Connect. There is a page and a group. You were saying that Chelsea will win by 2-0. You know what? I actually feel like they're going to struggle again. I feel like they're going to have a draw. Maybe it's going to be 1-1 or something. That's how I feel. I think it's going to be 1-1. That's how I just feel. Not really sure. Maybe, just maybe they might. But I just feel like they're going to struggle. That's how I feel. Maybe that could change. Like I'm saying, I'm putting that big maybe or bad. But we'll see. We'll definitely see. And also Wolves is playing, by the way, before I go. Wolves is playing. Which team are they playing against today? They're playing against Burnley. Yes, I remember. What do you think Wolves will do? I think Wolves are going to win, which is going to help them to build up for the game that is coming exactly after this. Because I think they're playing a big game after this game. Let me see which their next game that Wolves are playing. Okay, so the Premier League gets another shall put that one on. Oh, 2 hours left before the kickoff of the Wolves game. Time is moving. Wow, that's interesting. That's interesting. I'll check on that one as well. Chelsea. So with Chelsea, we have more about 4 hours or so. So that's a lot of time anyway. We'll see. So you think Wolves are going to win by 2-1? It's going to be interesting. I can't wait to see. This is why we love this football, guys. We talk about whatever we want to do or whatever we want to say. Anyway, tell me next time if you feel like you want to come and actually say something face-to-face with me. I can always send the link. The reason why I don't send is because I feel like maybe people are just not ready to show their face on the Football Connect. But you're always welcome to come and join in because, yes, that's what we want to do every time, to hear your thoughts and your options. Thank you very much for watching. If you missed, especially the Liverpool part coverage, Mr. Corin, I think you need to rewatch the stream. Just watch it from the beginning. Hear what I was saying about Liverpool. I was a little bit hyped when I started this because, yeah, my team did good, yeah. My team did good, and I deserve to make myself a little bit noisy and make myself go crazy a bit because that's the passion. That's the passion. Anyway, thanks for the great stream, man. Thank you very much. So much support. Thank you for that support. I'll be back again very, very soon for the watch along of Chelsea versus West Ham, which I feel like Chelsea are going to struggle again. Sorry if Chelsea fans, I just feel that way. Anyway, we'll talk about it when the stream is on. Thank you very much for watching. This is Sam, and I'm signing out. Goodbye. We'll see you later.